Hi everyone, welcome to the SolAlto Studios podcast. I'm Cotarea. Thank you for tuning in. So for this episode, I'm going to be talking about why I chose animation as the format for my video podcast. So earlier today, I attempted to do a video shoot for my first podcast episode. So I had a 2-cam setup and I had lights and of course the audio equipment. And it took me about maybe an hour or so, or maybe more to set up. And even before that, of course, I had to prepare my clothes, my makeup. And honestly, I got really tired after that. And naglobat pa both cameras na ginagamit ko. And hindi ko pa tapos yung sasabihin ko. So kung itutuloy ko siya, I'd have to do the same setup over again. Syempre, dahil may video, para seamless, kailangan ma-replicate ko yung same setup, same lighting, yung same na suot ko, makeup, para consistent, which hindi ko nagawa. So, I plan to continue sana earlier today, but I don't know. It felt too time consuming. So, I realized that if I would like to do a podcast, I have to do something that's quick and easy for me to do. Not just quick and easy to edit, but also quick and easy to record. So, recording the audio is fast and easy. Pero, sayang naman din kung walang visual element. So, I was kind of torn if I would do an audio-only podcast and upload it only on Spotify, Apple Podcast, etc. But then, ano lalagay ko pag sa YouTube? Recently, video podcasts are becoming more of the norm. So now, video is not just an added element to the podcast, but more and more podcasters have been transitioning to video already to the point that it's kind of expected to have a video setup. So luckily for me, I have been a video production professional with special focus on post-production, video editing, and animation, and motion graphics. That has been my professional background for the past 18 years. Yes, as Cotarea, I am also a singer-songwriter and I've been performing in open mics and I have some songs on Spotify, mostly self-produced demos, but that's something that I just pursue on the side. My bread and butter is really in video production. So having that background and starting a podcast now, it just makes sense for me to start my podcast with the video element already. Although it might actually be easier to do the audio because the preparation just to set up the video element of it. Yeah, that's what took up most of the time for preparation because we have to set up the lights, the camera, the physical structure, the setup, even though I have the most basic setup, which is just a white cyclorama background, still, kailangan pa rin i-set up yon. And of course, having to do my makeup and all of those things. Yeah, it takes time compared to just recording the audio with your condenser mic and your Zoom H6. You can do that anytime. You don't have to dress up. You don't have to set up lights. So, maybe there might be some episodes that I will record without a video element. It really depends. My sister suggested, bakit hindi ko subukan mag-VTuber? Total, nag-animate naman talaga ako. And at first I was hesitant kasi I thought, matagal yan, matagal pa rendering, kasi i-animate mo pa yung mukha, animate mo pa yung ulo, ganyan. But then, I realized that I was just overthinking it dahil marami naman palang shortcuts. So actually, since I do it for work, alam ko naman talaga yung mga pwedeng mga animation shortcuts at saka mga expressions na pwedeng gamitin para mapabilis yung animation process. So I tried it out and I did this simple design and here we are. So, considering that setup pa lang ng video with a 2-cam setup or kahit nga 1-cam setup took me about maybe 1.5 to 2 hours including makeup, etc. I think doing the animated podcast, especially kung ganito lang kasimple yung animation, would probably be more sustainable for me. I don't know. For now, yun yung hypothesis ko. But of course, only time will tell. But let's see. Because earlier, I also recorded a podcast episode with my sister. And of course, that's probably gonna take longer to edit and to animate kasi dalawa na kaming nag-uusap. But it didn't take a lot of time for us to set up. Because all we needed were our mics and we didn't have to set up the lights anymore. We didn't have to think about how we would look. We just pressed record and we started talking. So, of course, I have to edit our conversation and I'd have to animate it, but I don't know. Feeling ko it would still be faster rather than doing a live action video podcast. Which is not to say that I will never do a live action video podcast, but I feel more comfortable with this kind of setup. Also, I've always wanted to create animation. In a way, I think I've also wanted to create an animated version of myself. In fact, when I started the Cotarea project, my initial intention was to never perform in front of the public for people to never know who the real person behind Cotarea is, and for Cotarea to be actually a virtual band. Parang gorillas, or something like that. So, I didn't stick to that plan because when I started performing, I realized it was fun. And there's also a lot to be gained in performing in front of people, especially being able to connect with an audience, to get to know people who may have had similar experiences or similar taste in music. That part was fun. So I do miss playing live, and hopefully soon I can join open mics again, or maybe we can have SolAlto events again. But right now, I kind of need to prioritize doing a lot more things in studio to maximize the studio that we have here in Cubao, which by the way is also open to anyone who would want to rent our studio to shoot or record their podcasts or corporate videos or do photo shoots. Just message us if you're interested. And it's also a co-working space. So if you're looking for a co-working space or a studio to shoot and to record in Cubao, then just message the SolAlto Studios page to inquire and to book. For now, we can open at any time as long as you have a prior appointment, and our rates are very affordable and very friendly to independent and freelance artists. We can also accommodate shoots for companies, for corporate videos, ads, etc. Just message us to inquire and we'd be more than happy to accommodate you. Yes, shameless plugging. Because as my friends and my family would know, aside from being Cotarea, a self-produced singer-songwriter, I am also the founder and creative director of SolAlto Studios. So if you're watching this from the SolAlto Studios channel, thank you so much. Please follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you haven't done so yet, please follow us in our social media pages. So we have Instagram. Please follow us on our Facebook. May TikTok na rin. Although wala pa masyadong content, pero very soon dadagdagan na rin. And you can listen to the audio of these podcasts in Spotify and on Apple Podcasts and all the streaming platforms that host podcasts. So in summary, the reasons why I decided to go with this animated format for this podcast, at least for this episode, and perhaps for most of our future episodes, are number one, I feel like it's easier to set up, even though rendering time might take longer, but still, all in all, it would still probably be more sustainable, and I could probably churn out more episodes using this format. And two, I love animation, so why not, right? And if any of you want to have an animated podcast too but have no idea how to do it, then just leave a comment down below or message us on our SolAlto Studios Facebook page or on our Instagram page, and let's set a time for a consultation call and let's talk about your project and what you want to do with your podcast. All right? So that's it for this episode. I hope you will join us again next time. Bye! And that's it for today's episode. Thank you for joining us. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and please follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and on our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And join us again next time.